Olaf's audition for the KWU Theater 2016 season.
Another story I heard about myself. This one happened in high school. We had this teacher whose kid went to our high school. His name was Mr. McNamara. This kid is Jake McNamara. Was a sophomore when I was a senior, so he's 2 years behind me. And Mr. McNamara was a jerkwad. And one weekend, he and his wife decided to leave town, which you should never do if you're a jerkwad. And Jake McNamara decided to throw a party at the teacher's house. Hooray! Everyone around town heard about this party, and we all got up individually and thought, okay, let's go over there and destroy the place. I walk into this party. Everyone I had ever known was there. And we were all drinking like it was the end of the world. People were drinking like it was the Civil War and a doctor was coming to saw their legs off. We were completely unsupervised. We were like rats without gas. We were running wild. I walked down to the basement. They had a pool table in the basement. One guy takes a running start, throws his body on the pool table, and breaks it in half. Another kid found out which room was Mr. McNamara's, walks upstairs, and takes a dump on his computer. So the party was going great. So I'm standing in the basement. I'm holding one of those rag cups you see in movies, and I'm starting to black out. And I guess someone said, something, police. And in a brilliant moment of word association, I yelled, frick the police! Frick the police! And everyone joined in. 100 drunk white children yelling, frick the police. But with the confidence of guys who have already been to jail, you know, that like, I serve my nickel, you come and take me confidence. But white children. The reason someone had said something, police, was because the police were there. So a Chicago police officer walks into the basement and looks over a sea of drunk toddlers yelling, frick the police, in his face. And he was almost impressed. He was like, wow. And he leaned into his walkie-talkie and said, get the paddy wagon. And my friend John, this man is now a father. He now has a baby. He grabs a 40 off the table, smashes it on the ground, and yells, scatter! And we all ran in different directions. It was like that scene in Ratatouille when the humans come to the kitchen and all the rats run. We all ran in different directions. So I run into the laundry room, and I climb on top of the laundry machine. And I climb out through the window. And I'm running through the backyard. And I see this big chain link fence in front of me. And I thought, I've never climbed a fence that high before. And then I woke up at home. On Monday I went to school, because that's what we did back then. And I'm walking to the school building, and who do I see but Jake McNamara? He sees me and says, hey, were you at my party on Saturday? And I said, no, you know, like a liar. And he says, things got really out of hand. Someone broke the pool table. Someone took a dump on my dad's computer. But the worst thing is this. The worst thing is, someone stole these old antique photos of my grandma, and my parents are really freaking out about it. And I had that thought, that only blackout drunks and Steve Urkel can have. Did I do that? And I thought, nah, I wouldn't have done that. But I was never sure until 2 years later. Relax. I'm playing video games at my friend Alex's house. We're sitting there, I'm playing video games. Crap, I screwed up this part.
I haven't stopped. Keep going.
But I've already stopped.
We're playing video games, and he says, do you want to see something?
But it's the whole, I graduated with this guy now.
Okay, so?
I can't keep going.
Why not?
Edit out this part.
I can edit it out.
So it's 2 years later. We've graduated by now. And eventually he says to me, "Hey, come here. I want to show you something." And he takes me into his bedroom. And he takes me into a side room off his bedroom. Never a good thing to have. And he shows me this tiny room that is covered wall to wall in stolen antique photos from other people's parties over the years. And I whisper, "Why? Why do you do this?" And Alex says, "Because it's the one thing you can't replace." So there's that flump up there in the middle.